So, far away Lucas, what are we talking about today?
We're going to be talking about good old Clark Kent.
The original superhero. So far away Lucas, as you often do, would you like to let the lovely audience at home what the topic of today's Wiki Weekend is specifically?
Yeah, so today, as I mentioned earlier, we are going to be talking about Superman.
Yes, and we will be referring specifically to the entry on the DC Wiki titled Kal-el New Earth, because they've rebooted Superman about 4 or 5 times. We can pull back the curtain on this a little bit of one of the reasons we tend to not cover as many DC characters on Wiki Weekends, despite me and Luke being huge fans of comics in general, is that the DC Wiki is very poorly written.
And it's weird that it's broken up into different iterations of the character as well, so you've got multiple pages on Superman that are all written differently.
Because there's no single continuity in that universe. It's whatever, we found one, we think this will be good. We'll start at the beginning, as we often do, with the biographical information of Clark Kent. Kal-el. We have the real name, Kal-el, also known as Clark Joseph Kent. Main alias, Superman. Other aliases, and these all suck ass. Clark Smith, Commander L, Gangbuster, Superboy, Red/Blue. They all suck ass. Where's all the cool names that he had? Where's Man of Tomorrow and Man of Steel? I fucking adore the name Man of Tomorrow. It's so good. It's not here. Fuck it. Man of Tomorrow is one of my favourite just alternate names for a superhero. Publication names. You have the Spectacular Spider-Man. The Dark Knight, fucking Man of Tomorrow. It's so good. Well, I guess he's not in here though. Then we have here relatives. Lois Lane, his wife. Jonathan Samuel Kent, his son. Oh, he had a son. Right before the universe he lived in was eradicated and replaced with another one. Oh. And then Jonathan Kent, his adoptive father, deceased. And Martha Kent, his adopted mother. Then you obviously have jor-el. And Lucas, if we talk about Jonathan Kent, we have to talk about Man of Steel. And the moment.
The child murderer.
The child murderer, Jonathan Kent in the universe. Because if people don't really know much about the comic version of Superman, Martha and Jonathan Kent are noted as being the absolute paragons of moral virtue in that universe. The only reason Superman is Superman is because he is, at heart, a good-natured farm boy from Kansas. And his parents instilled in him a deep sense of just moral responsibility. And then you just fast forward to Man of Steel. It's what was I supposed to do? Let those children die? Maybe. The absolute paragon of moral virtue, maybe let children die. And then you have that moment where he just holds his hand up and fades into the tornado. And the thing is, Pa Kent dying is an established part of Superman's canon. The thing is, though, he normally dies by something like an unexpected heart attack, which teaches Superman that, even though he's as powerful as he is, he can't fix everything. And it's
you can't save everyone.
You can't save everyone, even if you want to. And that's his with great power comes great responsibility moment. And they shit all over it in Man of Steel. Affiliation. The Justice League, the Superman family. Daily Planet, formerly the Justice League of America. The Justice League of Europe, the Legion of Superheroes. The Kryptonian Military Guild. The Supermen of America. The Supermen of the Multiverse. The Black Lantern Corps, the White Lantern Corps. Justice League Task Force. And then Base of Operations, Metropolis, and the Fortress of Solitude. And sometimes the Justice League Watchtower. And then we have potentially one of my favourite quotes from a comic, and it's attributed to Batman, and it's about Superman. And it is a remarkable dichotomy. In many ways, Clark is the most human of us all. Then, he shoots fire from the skies, and it's difficult not to think of him as a god. And how fortunate we are that thought does not occur to him. And it's how does that one paragraph get Superman better than every live-action movie released starring him in the last decade? That paragraph is Superman's character distilled. He is a living god, but he's simultaneously the most human of us all. And he just wants to do his best and try to help everybody. So we have here just a brief description of Superman for people who may not know about him. Superman is the most powerful being on Earth. I'm not even going to read any further than that. That's all we fucking need to know. So that's not all it says, and it continues. An alien immigrant named Kal-el from the planet Krypton, who was raised in Smallwood, Kansas to become an American superhero. Raised with high moral ideals, he uses incredible strength, speed, and flight, and various other superpowers to fight evil and protect the innocent. And let's be honest here, Lucas and folks at home, was the Superman in the DC Extended Universe raised with strong moral ideals?
The whole idea in that movie, Man of Steel, is just look after yourself, Clark. Nobody else can be trusted.
And then they double down on it in the next movie. You don't owe these people anything, Clark. It's like, that's the fucking point. He doesn't owe anyone anything, and he still helps because he's Superman. So we'll move swiftly on to powers and abilities, which is where usually the fun stuff lies for these videos. So powers, Kryptonian physiology. Superman's cellular structure is much more dense, resilient, and biologically more effective than human tissue. He does not possess superhuman strength levels despite his enhanced cellular ability, without his cellular structure charged by yellow solar energy, which is the origins of all of Superman's powers. Without yellow sun energy, he is effectively just a normal man. As an alien, he possesses several organs whose functions are not yet disclosed or understood, but are believed to be part of the source of his, and I quote, biomatrix force field and reclamation aura. Neither of which have blue links on them, so we can't even tell people what they are. We just have to live with the words biomatrix field and reclamation aura. Superman has been shown to repel Darkseid's omega beams with his heat vision. So, Lucas, what do you know about Darkseid's omega beams?
They miss nobody but Batman.
Yeah. So Darkseid's omega beams are undodgeable and instantly eradicate any being they touch from existence, and Superman can just either take them to the chest like an absolute man, or eradicate them from existence with his eyes. And as Lucas said, they are undodgeable except for by Batman, a human who can do backflips when they can't be dodged by the Flash. And I think that might be the biggest that DC have ever made Batman's penis.
Yeah.
He's so good at backflips, he can dodge undodgeable laser beams, a guy who thinks that the speed of light cannot dodge. Solar radiation absorption. As a Kryptonian, Superman's cells function like a super battery, hyper-metabolizing specific wavelengths of radiation as fuel to enable living functions and/or superhuman abilities. It says that different wavelengths of radiation have different effects on Superman's physiology and well-being, but his cells cannot absorb or utilize all types of radiation.
Is that the reason kryptonite works then? Is that just a frequency that resonates poorly with him or something?
Yeah, that's the explanation, I think, in the comics. And the thing I like about kryptonite is, you know where it comes from? It's not the comics. Kryptonite was invented for the Superman radio serials when the voice actor for Superman wanted to take a day off. And the story goes that he said he wanted to take a day off, but the writers couldn't think of anything that could conceivably hurt Superman. It's like, how can Superman take a day off? He's invincible. And they said, invent this thing that hurts him, so the guy doing the voice can take a holiday. Superhuman strength. Superman possesses near limitless capabilities for strength, though the exact limits of his strength is unknown. He's capable of lifting far in excess of 1 billion tons.
Fucking hell.
And was able to break out of full chrono suspension, so being locked in a specific part of time, through nothing but strength. Yeah, he's so strong he flexed and broke time. Different periods and intensities of exposure to Earth's solar radiation can cause his strength to fluctuate. Superman's known feats of strength including lifting an entire pyramid and flying it to Mars, physically overpowering Darkseid, one of the most physical, powerful beings in the DC multiverse, in hand-to-hand combat, moving Earth away from the sun with the aid of Green Lantern. Was Green Lantern even helping at that point? When Superman is doing part of the lifting, he's doing all of the lifting. You're there for moral support at that point.
You are, yeah.
Oh, it says here as well that while Starbreaker was pushing it towards the sun.
Oh.
So he was pulling it away from the sun as someone else was pushing it towards the sun, a feat that would require quintillions of tons of force. And
isn't it back when you get to Silver Age stupid Superman where he just pulls galaxies around?
Yeah, he sneezed and destroyed a galaxy in the Silver Age or Golden Age comics once. One that I like, though, is with the help of Wonder Woman when they lifted a book that contained infinite pages, giving it infinite weight. And the way the comics explain how they do it is they both take half the strain. Even though half of infinity is infinity, art comics fun. Superhuman speed. Superman is capable of moving, reacting, running, flying at superhuman speeds. While not as fast as the Flash, Superman can still fly at speeds faster than the speed of sound comfortably. Superman's speed is so great that even time manipulation has little effect on him. Not that it's going to work, so he can flex out of it. He can even run and catch the Flash going at the speed of light, and is capable of having casual conversations with the Flash that take place to us, like normal humans, in attoseconds. I don't know what an attosecond is, Lucas. Can you please Google attosecond?
An attosecond is 1 times 10 to the minus 18th of a second.
Oh, okay.
For context, an attosecond is to a second what a second is to about 31.71 billion years.
Okay, fair enough. Molecular acceleration. Superman can vibrate his molecular structure at various levels to achieve various effects. If he chooses, Superman can, and I quote, excite the molecules of whatever substance he vibrates through to critical mass, causing it to explode. Yeah, so what he did is he just vibrated so hard, a nearby thing exploded. Man, Lois Lane's having a right good time with Superman, isn't she? No wonder she's had a kid. By matching the same vibratory sequence, Superman excised a phantom planet from reality, thus saving the universe. So he vibrated so hard, an entire planet that was a ghost disappeared. Intangibility. Superman can vibrate his molecules to achieve an intangible state. But while in an intangible state, Superman is immune to all attacks. He can also vibrate so fast that light does not reflect off him, rendering him invisible. How scary is that? Invisible Superman?
As if he wasn't strong enough.
I also love that as well. One of the explanations for why pictures of Superman never revealed that he's Clark Kent is that he vibrated his face, so all pictures of him look blurry. Phasing. Superman possesses the ability to control the speed and angular momentum at the molecular level and control his molecular interactions to allow his body to pass through any substance. Not that he needs to, given that he can fly through concrete, but it's nice that he has that. Flight. Superman can fly easily at speeds over 2,000 miles per second. The one that I like though is that he has to limit how fast he flies, because if he didn't, the atmosphere would catch fire due to the friction of him going through it. Heat vision. Superman can fire beams of intense heat from his eyes. These beams can be made invisible, allowing him to work undetected, and can be adjusted to affect matter on a microscopic level, which is where you get that incredible animated DC moment where Superman is fighting a villain and he gives him a lobotomy through his eye hole. It just says here that he's basically immune to all forms of damage. And it says here that the bioelectric aura, which protects him from harm, can be enlarged. I'm not sure what the exact word there is, to contain people within it to protect them from it too. It says that other things that Superman has survived include the blast of nuclear warheads, entering the Earth's sun and emerging unharmed, withstanding the impact of an imploding and exploding star, and surviving the equivalent of 50 supernovas at once, while already weakened by red sunlight. Yeah, so 50 supernovas. I like how they classify it's exactly 50.
Yeah.
As if 51 or 49 wouldn't be equal as impressive. Longevity. Superman can potentially live indefinitely without aging, so long as he continuously retains enough yellow solar radiation. So yes, Superman lives forever, and that's, again, there's a really great moment in one comic where the Flash runs all the way to the end of time, and he says that the very last thing he sees before all of existence just disappears into the void, and then the Big Bang restarts, is a man wearing red boots, looking mournfully into the distance. So the Flash has travelled to the end of all existence, and the only thing that remained is just a very sad Superman. And then he has superhuman senses, so he has super hearing. Superman has the ability to expand his hearing range, giving the ability to hear sounds before the sound waves actually reach him.
Fucking hell.
Somehow, you can also hear sounds in space. I like that one. Yeah, there's one comic where Superman is out in space, and there's this button that you have to summon Superman on a frequency only he can hear, and he somehow hears it in space. I also like as well, again, there's another comic where Superman talks about how, I've memorized the specific heartbeat and breathing pattern of all my friends and loved ones, so if they're in danger, I know where they are. Super smell. On various occasions, Superman has demonstrated the ability to have enhanced smell, and he can smell odours from across the entire planet.
Oh my god.
That's going to be rough, isn't it? Supervision. Superman also possesses superior sensory arrangement of visual capabilities. So you can see the electromagnetic spectrum, he has telescopic vision, microscopic vision, X-ray vision, and thermal vision. Although he cannot see through, Lucas, what's the one substance Superman can't see through?
Isn't it lead?
Lead. Superman still can't see through lead, which again leads to a great moment in one animated show where you find out the Kents would wrap Superman's presence in lead so he couldn't peek at his presence. So abilities, not that he needs many, considering he's basically invulnerable, but he's an expert combatant. So due to having superpowers all his life and constantly engaging in battle, Superman has been able to fully master several forms of martial arts and is capable of utilising them in tandem with his powers to achieve various effects. So Superman's combat versatility allows him to adapt to any foe, and he's capable of defeating virtually any adversary. It says that he's been trained in War World gladiatorial combat by the Mongol, by Wonder Woman in Amazonian combat, by the Karate Kid and that's a real hero apparently in armed and unarmed combat, and even learned some advanced martial arts techniques from Batman. As if he wasn't scary enough, he's been trained in martial arts by Batman.
And by fucking Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman's terrifying. Given that Superman can casually destroy planets with the force of his blows, what kind of sex do you think him and Wonder Woman are having?
Do you reckon they have like a separate planet or dimension just
Fortress of
designated to
Solitude.
doing it?
Or do you think what he does, he underpowers himself with like red solar energy?
Oh god.
So he can know what it feels like to be dominated by a large, powerful woman. An Obosa-like woman, if you will. Anyway, indomitable will. Superman has been shown to have a powerful spirit, free of corruption and temptation. Having been raised, at least in this universe, by kindly Kansas farmers and his wife, he was taught to protect life and help others. Wouldn't that be nice to have that kind of Superman in a movie? A nice Superman who protects people. Superman has learned how to place mental inhibitors on his own power so that he doesn't, accidentally, in his own words, flex and cause the tectonic plates to shift. To him, these are the barriers that allow him to feel human enough to live a healthy life, and he only ever releases one of them when fighting a particularly powerful opponent. So Superman can just open the gates.
He
You
can.
can just do a Rotley and open, like, how many gates is it at once that you're not supposed to open?
I don't know, with Superman probably about 10,000.
Because here's the thing as well, because it says here that Superman has learned various forms of Krypton martial arts, but also chi manipulation, which means maybe he can open the gates, Lucas. We don't know. Oh, wait. Whoa. We need to do this now. I was just skipping over the Kryptonian martial arts, because I was like, these don't sound that interesting until I looked. One of the Kryptonian martial arts, Torquasm Vo, can be used to manipulate someone's mind. And he used that ability during his fight against the Eradicator, and he created an illusion that allows Superman to enter inside his mind. Superman can even run this technique through his own consciousness to find the difference between two memories of the same event.
Oh my god.
So he has his own inbuilt lie detector. Then he got Torquasm Rao, which allows him to tap into his instincts and separate himself from his body. So Superman's got ultra instincts. So all those arguments about whether Superman could beat Goku just fly out the fucking window. So, Joe, all those people out there are like, no, Goku will beat Superman, he's got Ultra Instinct now. Superman also has Ultra Instinct. When entering the Rao state, Superman can enter different dimensions. And then you have Horukanu, which is the deadliest form of physical combat on Krypton, a martial art that involves taking advantage of the body's pressure points. Superman learned this martial art in private and utilized it when fighting Batman, who was filled with green kryptonite energy.
Oh.
What? What is that moment? How do you beat him? A man, like the world's greatest martial artist, when infused with pure kryptonite, lost a fist fight with him. Oh my god, Lucas, they've done it. Do you remember, like we talked about Golden Age Superman and his stupid powers? And do you remember super ventriloquism?
No.
That's one of like the most iconic ones, like how dumb those comics were. Like Superman has super ventriloquism, which he uses to trick an enemy. This version of Superman is skilled in ventriloquism because he used to practice it in high school. Superman was a fucking nerd in high school, confirmed. Then we have weaknesses, it's the most obvious, kryptonite. But it says here that kryptonite, while weakening Superman, does not necessarily limit his powers enough to actually harm him. It depends how much there is. Like, even Batman injected with that shit couldn't do anything. He's also vulnerable. Do you know what Superman's other weakness is, Lucas?
His loved ones?
Kryptonite and magic.
Oh shit, yeah.
Magic is one of the few things that can hurt Superman because it disrupts his bioelectrical aura. And then we have high-pitched noises because his hearing is so sensitive. And then we can end on just some trivia about Superman. Would you like to do that, Lucas?
Yeah, sure.
So Superman is familiar with Sun Tzu's teachings when it comes to the art of war. I'm guessing so. If you move as fast as he does, he's probably going to remember everything. Because one of the powers we skipped over is super memory, where his memory is perfect and he never forgets anything. Superman hates magic. Yeah, I'm guessing he hates the thing he's weak against. Superman does not drink alcohol. Superman is a vegetarian. Which makes sense. That's like a very Mr. Rogers thing, isn't it? Where there's that amazing quote from Mr. Rogers where he's like, I'm a vegetarian. And someone asks him why, and he just very matter-of-factly says, I don't think I could eat anything that had a mother. And the person's like, oh god, no, how do I make fun of him for this? The aura that protects Superman's body generates the same that protects his body from damage, prevents grime and dirt from clinging to his flesh, to keep him perpetually clean. So Superman always smells fresh. He's always fresh and ready, whatever the situation may be. That's like maybe his best superpower.